Hello everyone, today's lesson is lesson 39, identifying halves, fourths, and eighths of a whole, and creating and reading a bar graph. So here I've got an apple, okay, and I'm going to call this apple A. Okay. So when I cut an apple, you end up cutting it in half, usually this way. Let's get my line a little bit bigger, down the middle. When I open it up, I end up having two pieces, and those pieces look like this on the inside. Okay, so when I cut it in half, I end up having two halves, or I have each piece I would call 1/2 of the apple. Now what happens if I take that half and I cut it in half again? So if I cut this half in half, right, then I would have a total of 4 pieces. Okay, and since I have 4 pieces, then one piece would be 1/4 of my apple, because there would be 4 pieces in a whole apple. Okay, what if I took each apple and I cut it in half again? So I cut each of these pieces in half another time. Well, then I would have 8 pieces. Okay, so if I have 8 pieces, that means each piece is 1/8 of the whole amount. Okay, so what is larger, a fourth or an eighth? Well, I know that an eighth is larger. Okay, so here I have 3 different apples. Are my apples the same, or are they different? Well, these apples are different in a couple different ways. One is the color. Okay, I've got a red, a green, and a yellow apple. Another thing is apples taste different depending on what kind of apples we have. So if I cut these apples into smaller pieces, then, and we could see what apple everyone likes the best. Okay, so let's say I cut these apples up into pieces, and I give everyone a piece. Okay, so we're going to see whose apple favorite is A. So let's say 4 people liked apple A. Let's say that 2 people liked apple B, and that 6 people liked apple C. Okay, so let's fill in my graph. Remember, I fill in 1 box for every person who likes the apple. So since 4 people liked apple A, I would fill in 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, only 2 people like apple B, so I'm going to just fill in 2 boxes for apple B. 1, 2. Okay, and we're going to say that 6 people like apple C, so I'm going to fill in 6 boxes for apple C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so how many people, or which apple did everyone like the best? Well, you can see from my chart that most of the students liked apple C the best, because more people said they liked it. How many more children chose apple A than apple B? Well, if you look, there's 2 more boxes filled. So 2 more children liked apple A than apple B. How many more children liked apple C over apple B? Well, you can see that from B to C, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. So 4 more people liked C instead of B. Okay, and that's how we make a graph, a bar graph going sideways this way. All right, and that's it for this lesson. Good luck on your homework.